The Scenic Route, 2021.
So you're in Applegate Valley now, here. Green trees and things like that. So we're like the transitional point between that California climate and the Willamette Valley climate. So it's, I think that's an interesting place to make wine in transitional zones because you have really unusual weather patterns and things like that here. So it's a totally different ripening cycle. We'll go into that later. But we have 100 acres here, so 50 acres in vines. The rest are in apple trees and hay and livestock and everything. We'll drive around and see that. So, but we're redeveloping everything because there was a lot of disease in the vines. So we replanted everything. So I'm 2/3 of the way in right now. This is 2 years old right now. Well, the one you came in there was just planted about a month ago.
Wow.
So we're doing about 10 acres a year. So it's a big project.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah. So let's take a ride. This is 3-year-old Mourvedre, which we will pick for the first time this year. And this is the older Syrah. Now this is about 18 years old, but it has red blotch and it's diseased. So this will come out after 2 more years.
Right.
But this has been interesting. You see this, we are, as we replant, we're moving completely to no-till. So we'll have no cultivation at all.
Right.
And it's a 3-year process from the replant. So what you're seeing here is the last year of undervine cultivation. Mm-hmm. And then this year will be planted with permanent cover, and then there'll be no tilling at all in the rows. Again, to build up mycorrhizal communities and so forth. Tilling, really takes away from organic matter, things like that. So we're looking to avoid that. Also, these are head trained. Head trained vines are more, they protect better from the sun, so the sunburn, and they demand less water because the plant actually shades the area around the base of the plant, so you get less evaporation.
We went into the biodynamic shed to see the different compost mixtures and the cowhorns. Then we visited the garden where they grow the plants for their biodynamic preparations. These preparations are applied to the compost piles and get the bacteria going that will make a pile of, poop into a rich, healthy compost filled with microbial life. There is stinging nettle for preparation 504. Valerian for preparation 507, and yarrow for 502. The garden also houses other plants to attract beneficial insects. We were lucky to have a chance to speak with Andrew Beattie, their biodynamic consultant.
So we'll start cutting this in probably another month, 6 weeks. But they take a while to get going, these worm bins. But once you get them going, they look after themselves. We also add 500 and barrel compost every time we make compost tea.
Gotcha.
So like the books, the instruction books, you never fertigate 500 or barrel compost. But why we're not going to restrict ourselves to just doing it. Right.
The grounds are beautiful, with a patio for outdoor tastings, as well as a large back garden with seating. We sat down on the patio with Craig and tasted through a selection of their wines, including the Faisant, a red sparkling wine of Sangiovese and Montepulciano, the Kubli Bench Amber, a skin-fermented blend of Riesling, Vermentino, and Viognier, and the Côte de Kubli, a white Rhone-style blend of Marsanne, Roussanne, and Viognier. Troon is biodynamic and regenerative certified. Another great sustainable feature is their charging station for electric and hybrid vehicles. The morning had been clear, but as we left, some of the smoke was being pulled in from the fires that had started up the night before due to lightning strikes. The vines were fine, the fires far enough away that the smoke would not cause damage, but it's a reminder of how fragile our planet and ecosystem are. We headed down, off the Kubli bench, and on to our next adventure. Watch for details on all the amazing places and wineries we visited, coming soon to Crush Grape Chronicles.